Hello guys, how are you doing? I am back. Today we're finally doing the lip video that you guys have been waiting for. I know. I've been promising this for a while. This video was supposed to go up yesterday, but we're here. We're doing it. It's happening. I have nothing on my lips so you can see exactly how they're looking, honey. I am so happy with these lips. I can't even begin to explain. Now, there's a lot of things I want to say before I get into this video. First of all, I don't have a mic right now. I'm looking for something that I can use when I don't have like a table in front of me to put my big mic on. I want a mic that I can stick onto my hijab, so I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna get that. So next video is gonna be fleeky audio. But other than that, technical stuff aside, I wanted to quickly do a little bit of a disclaimer for this video because this is a very sensitive topic. A lot of people might get offended or might be uncomfortable with me talking about this topic, but I'm talking about it. And the reason why I wanted to sit here and make a video about lip filler is not to encourage people. I'm not here to encourage anyone. To be honest, by the end of this video, a lot of you might feel like you never want to do it ever in your life. The reason I wanted to make this video, the reason I even went public with the fact that I've had my lips done, even though I think it's kind of obvious, Habiba, but the reason why I went public with it is because I get so many messages about it. Like, I get people asking me, oh, should I do this, or should I do it here, and should I do it there, and what is the best, like this and that, and have you had it done, and da 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 da. And then I also see a lot of people getting them done and they look horrendous. I'm gonna be honest with you, honey, they look bad. They look terrible. So I really wanted to come here and sit down and advise you guys who want to get their lips done, because I have been through every single stage anyone can go through with lip filler. Let's just put that out there, and you guys have probably seen it all as well. In fact, I am going to in a bit do a little montage of my lips across the years and how they have changed and morphed and transformed. Pretty crazy, actually. Basically, my main reason for making this video is to educate, and I feel like there's not a lot of people educating about lip filler and about the dangers. Please make sure you subscribe to me if you haven't already. My name is Habiba De Silva. If you don't know me already, I do like all sorts of stuff: makeup, beauties, travel, fashion, everything is on this channel, and I am trying to be a little bit more active this year. So if you leave me a lovely comment down below, that might encourage me a little bit more, and subscribing as well will really encourage me. Let me hit the 500k. I've been almost on 500k for a long time, so let's hit that 500k, guys, and let's grow the family. Keep watching to see the rest of this video and get all the, yeah, just keep watching. I'm gonna start by talking a little bit about my journey, and then we are going to go into the Q&A. You guys asked me some questions on Instagram, which I'm going to answer towards the end. And towards the end, I will be disclosing where I got these lips done. Okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning of time. We're gonna start, I think, when was the first time I had my lips done? The first time I got my lips done was the 30th of April 2016. Damn, that's almost 4 years ago. That is crazy. I didn't even realize it was that long ago. Let's talk a little bit about my lips before that. So unfortunately, for some unknown reason, I turned out to have thinner lips than the rest of my family. I don't know why, because my dad has bigger lips. My mum's lips are not even that thin, and like my sister's lips are huge, and then I had tiny thin lips that didn't match my face. Well, personally, astaghfirullah, of course it matches because Allah made me perfect, but I just felt like I needed a little bit more of a plumpness. Like I liked my natural shape, if you know what I mean. I just wanted a little bit of volume. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, obviously at the beginning, I didn't really know anything about filler. So I decided to go for it. Like, I was really scared because I didn't want to tell my mom. How old was I? I was 21. Why was I being a baby? I don't know. So I was really nervous and whatever. But I just did it. I just went to some lady that I knew who did like facials, and I don't know, I can't even remember what she did actually. She did like different treatments, and then she also did filler, and I was like, hey, I want my lips done today. So I just had them done. I can't even remember how much I had in my lips, but I think I went back to her like a couple times, and I think I went back to her for a couple times, and I got a few more sessions and a few more mils, which mils is basically the amount of filler you get. It was a very bad job, very terrible. I'm gonna put some footage, like YouTube video footage, because I was filming a lot at the time, of how my lips looked during that time, and as you can probably see, they look horrendous. Horrendous. There was filler traveling all below my lip. There was filler traveling above my lip. Like, I mean, it was everywhere but my actual lip, the filler, I mean. So yeah, that was bad. That was terrible. The lady, bless her, she's a sweet lady. I'm not saying anything wrong about her, but she's not a doctor at all. She was just someone that did a course and eventually started doing lips because she wanted to do lips. She wanted to have that at her clinic or whatever. The journey continues, right? I think I was getting my lips done with her for about a year and a half. And then eventually I was like, something ain't right. There's something terribly wrong. I eventually found someone else. Oh dear. Oh Lord. I'm not here to do any negativity. I'm just going to tell you about my experience, and I'm going to advise you to go for certain things, right? So I'm going to go advise you what you should be looking for. Around 2017, early 2017, I found someone else to go to, and I went there with one of my friends, and we both had our lips done. Now, actually I went first to get them dissolved, because dissolving and redoing your lips, you have to wait a week. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about technical stuff later and ingredients and how everything works, but I'm just going to quickly explain to you that basically what they put in to dissolve is something natural. It's a natural ingredient that you have in your body anyway. Everything is basically natural, the kind of filler that I used. Anyway, so thankfully the thing about filler is reversible. You can get rid of it whenever you want, and it dissolves itself naturally over time. So it's not like a permanent change. None of it is permanent, just so you guys know. Anyway, so I went to this new lady. I got my lips dissolved, and then we came back to get them refilled. So I was like, yeah, I want volume, I want this, I want that. She's like, okay, and she put 2 mils of filler in my lips. Boy, look at these photos, please. When I tell you my lips were swollen, boy, I looked like a fish. It was so hard to film videos during this time. I was struggling. It was hard, it was difficult, it was traumatic. It was a traumatic experience. Would not advise, would never do it again. She was a GP, which is a doctor, isn't it? And it was really difficult to like film makeup videos and edit them, and when I had no makeup on, it just looked bad. It just looked like I was a different person. Like, that's not what I wanted. I want a natural enhancement. I still want to look like myself. I don't want to change my lip shape, do you know what I mean? I just want to look like myself, but like natural, you know? So anyway, that's doctor number 2. During that time, I was in contact with her, and I was talking to her about the fact that I didn't like them. It was just all too much. She tried to dissolve some of it at one point, but it didn't make any difference. So then I was on the lookout for someone else because I had had enough. I didn't want to go through that again. I was like traumatized or whatever. I needed to just get rid of them. I just wanted to lose it all. And that's when I found my 3rd doctor, which was my favorite doctor for a period of time until things went not very great. So at the beginning, this doctor dissolved all of my lips, and he redid them in the most beautiful, natural way. Like, it almost looked like I did not have any filler in my lips, which is kind of what I wanted. It was lovely, it was beautiful, but the thing with the lip filler, as I told you, it dissolves and you have to redo it. So I was always going back every couple months, maybe every like 5 or 6 months, to get them refilled and sorted or whatever. Now, unfortunately, as time progressed and I kept on going back to this doctor, the job was not, it was getting worse. Like, every time I'd go back, I'd start to feel like I'm having filler traveling above my lip, and I would have bumps here, and I'm gonna put some pictures to show you what that looks like. If you have had your filler done and you have bumps, it's not you, it's the filler, okay? It's the filler. Anyway, So I had these bumps. I was not happy with it. I was really unsatisfied. I kept on going back and getting them dissolved a little bit, like spot dissolving. Doesn't exist, by the way, but trying to spot dissolve the bumps. And so I was going back every now and then. I was going dissolving, filling, dissolving, filling, dissolving, filling, and it was just, it got to a point where I was just like, listen, this is not working. Every time I get them done, I'm getting them dissolved. It's just not working. So that's when I started to go on the hunt for someone new. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. I hope this is making a lot of sense, because I know, I understand it can be very confusing. But anyway, I was looking for someone else because I just felt very unsatisfied. There was a few situations that happened as well that made me very unhappy. So I was like, do you know what? I need someone new. I need someone who can be real with me. Now that's something you really want to look for with a doctor. Someone that can own up to the mistakes that they make. Not someone narcissistic, not a narcissistic doctor that sees the mistake and is like, oh no, that's because you did this and that's because you did that. No, they own up to a mistake they made and they fix it. I was initially seeing these doctors for something else. They're both dentists. I was seeing them for my skin, and I was going in for some facials, and I knew they did filler. So I was like, these guys seem like really genuine people. They are very nice. They are very open about everything. I tried to do my lips first. We only dissolved the top lip, not the bottom, and she redid the top lip because that's where I had most of my lumps. I had them above here. However, unfortunately, because of the fact that I was going in and out, filler dissolving with my previous doctor, so when I went with her, there was gaps between the skin and like the flesh kind of thing. This is probably very untechnical. Because of that, I had lumps in my lip, so we had to dissolve that again. We identified the problem, dissolved it, and went back to fix it, and we ended up redoing the bottom lip too. So both redone by them. I'm so super happy with the results. They are super natural and they just look great, and there's no lumps, no bumps anywhere. When I talk, I don't have bumps here. That's the problem that I had before. Like, it was so annoying. They don't look overdone, and that's not the look that I like. It's not the look that they do. So I'm super happy with the results, and I've never been this happy with my lip results ever. So I actually was like, you know what, guys, I want to make a video about this, and I'm gonna mention you, and I'm gonna advise people, and I'm gonna recommend you to my followers, because I've never felt comfortable enough to recommend anyone to my followers until this moment. And that's something big to say, because I've been doing this for like 4 years now. So I've never met someone I'm completely comfortable with when it comes to this. And the last thing I want to do is recommend someone to you guys who ends up being very bad, and who you guys end up having a bad experience with. That's not what I want. I want you guys to have the best experience, and I don't want to basically recommend someone who's gonna ruin your lips, ruin your face. That's not what we want. Okay, so this is the current situation. I love them. I am super happy with them. Literally everybody's noticed, like, my lips look natural. They look full, they look defined. Exactly what I wanted is what they gave me. And I'm really glad that I was able to find someone in Birmingham as well, because at times I was traveling out to get my lips done. So alhamdulillah, I had a really good experience with them, and I feel comfortable enough to recommend you guys to them because of what I went through. Even though we had to redo a few things, the way they handled the situation, the information that they gave me, I've never been given that much aftercare information by anyone, by any doctor before, and they're very thorough. And that's something that I find you don't really find a lot of people that are very thorough with how they do what they do. At the end of the day, lip filler is not an easy thing. It's invasive, and there's a lot of aftercare that goes with it, and it can be very traumatic to your face. So you have to be very careful how you deal with it. It's not easy. It's not as easy as people make it seem. It's not as simple as people make it seem. And don't just do it on a whim. That's one advice I would give. Don't do it on a whim. Think about it very well. and do a lot of research. The doctors that I go to right now are dentists. They know a lot about the mouth area. So lip filler comes in all shapes and sizes. There's different types of lip filler. Most lip fillers are made of hyaluronic acid, which is something that's already in your body. So when it dissolves, it's not harmful at all. It's not harmful at all to the body. It's just the way that it's put into your lips that can be harmful, or it can look not so great. It can travel. Filler does travel, by the way. It can travel upwards, it can travel downwards. That's why you might feel like below your lip line, you might feel like there's bumps. You can feel filler. If you feel that way, you've had your lips done, don't feel afraid to go back to your doctor and be like, hey, I don't like this, I need you to fix this, and they should be able to, they should dissolve and fix it. So there's different types of lip filler. The one that I used with my current doctor is the first time I've ever used it, and it's called Belotero Lip Shape and Contour. So they use two different syringes. One is for the contour and one's for the lip shape. So one is to use on the outer line, this contour line of the lip, and one is to use inside the lip. Now the difference between this lip filler and the ones I've usually used, I think I've mainly used Juvederm, but the difference is because it comes in two different densities for different areas, they can shape the lip a little bit more nicely, and they have a little bit more control on how the shape of the lip turns out. They can create dimension about 6 to 9 months. That's typically how long most fillers last. But it also depends on your metabolism. Every person's metabolism works differently, so if you have pretty high metabolism, it will probably dissolve faster. If you have low metabolism, it might last a little longer. It all depends on you. I will put the name below in the description box so you guys can check out if you want to. And now we're gonna go to the questions.